It's tourney time. The big story this week, the men's and women's basketball teams heading to Atlantic City, New Jersey for the 2024 MAC basketball tournament. Hello everybody, I'm Vinnie Christiano III here again as we take a look at all of that and more on this week's edition of Around Canisius Athletics presented by Niagara Scenic Tours. After finishing the regular season on the road last weekend, both blue and gold basketball teams now know their seeds and matchups to begin this week's festivities. Before we get into the tournament details, I'd be remiss if I didn't shout out the incredible buzzer beater in overtime by Trey Dinkins to send the men's basketball team over Manhattan on Saturday. With that said, the men's team now knows they will be playing Mount St. Mary's in a battle of the 8 and 9 seeds on Tuesday at 5:50 p.m. in Jim Whalen Boardwalk Hall. Meanwhile, the women's team has cemented themselves into the number 5 seed and a bye in the first round. Their first matchup is not until Thursday at 3:30 p.m. against the number 4 seeded Manhattan Jaspers. For more information on how the tournament will shake out and all the seeds, make sure to check out MacSports.com. The Canisius hockey team unfortunately had their season ended over the weekend in heartbreaking fashion, courtesy of the Holy Cross Crusaders in the quarterfinals of the 2024 Atlantic Hockey postseason. Both Griffs goaltenders recorded over 40 saves on the weekend, and Friday night's 4-3 regulation loss was highlighted by 2 goals from captain Max Kuznetsov. The double overtime winner on Saturday night sealed the deal for the Crusaders, who now move on to the semifinals, getting revenge for last year's championship game. The women's lacrosse team improved their record to 5-1 last week with wins over Lemoyne and New Hampshire. Caroline Nettie dominated the Dolphins, scoring 5 goals. Meanwhile, Paige Tachura and MAC Rookie of the Week Megan Previty both had forward versus New Hampshire, with Nettie adding a hat trick and Maggie Tift netting 2 of her own. This week, the women's team has their last 2 non-conference games against St. Bonaventure and Robert Morris. Meanwhile, the men's team also plays the Bonnies, but resumes conference play this Saturday versus Marist. The baseball team took 2 of the 3 games in the series last week versus George Washington, highlighted by Mike DeStefano's 2 home runs and Tom Peltier recording a win and the save on the mound. This week, they continue their long non-conference road swing as they head to Virginia to take on Liberty. The golf team begins their spring season this week as they head to the Carpetbagger Classic in Urbana, Maryland. Make sure to check out GoGriffs.com and at GoGriffs on social media to find out how to keep track of all the March Madness taking place at Jim Whalen Boardwalk Hall in Atlantic City, New Jersey this week. For this edition of Around Canisius Athletics, I'm Vinnie Christiano III, and we'll see you next time.